I'm in jail too.
Good morning, South Florida.
And welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe Morning Show.
Grab your coffee as we brew up the talk of the day.
From the latest scoop around town
to feel-good stories and messages of hope.
A few jokes and live calling.
Highlighting local businesses.
Discussing hot trends and news stories.
A dash of feel-good nostalgia.
I love those morning cartoons.
Keeping up with upcoming events.
Sometimes trying and delicious foods.
Weekly horoscope updates.
An occasional flying duck.
Some sparkle dust.
Don't forget my bell.
And my wand.
With our brew crew laughing on set.
So grab your coffee, your bagel, donut, or any breakfast as we get you up and ready for the rest of your day.
And don't leave us hanging. Give us a follow. Comment live or call right into the show at 888-994-4995 Studio B.
Whether it's a tip of the day or just to say good morning, we'd love to hear from you.
From Amp Media Production Studio, it's
the Brooklyn Cafe Morning Show. Freddie, you have to get up. We've got a morning show to do.
Just give me 5 more minutes. Where'd I put my hat?
Come on, Freddie. You don't have time. Get out of bed.
I can never find my hat when I need it.
We'll get the hat at the studio. Let's go. Pour yourself some coffee and get to the studio because it's time for the morning show.
Now, where's my bell?
Wake up, America! From this corner, we have Lincoln. And the other corner, we have non-referee this evening will be Freddie S. Commentary brought to you by Grace Burns, Nathaniel Brown. Thank you very much.
I'm the only one that got a last name.
Wow.
Freddie S. Freddie got S.
Somebody ring a bell. Before I ring his neck.
Morning. Happy Wednesday, everyone. I guess we're switching it up Wednesday. I've got Lincoln joining me on set. Freddie's
Welcome.
Freddie's sitting over there with Grace, and Baxton's getting ready to rumble, I guess. You got a haircut, Bax?
No.
No, you trimmed the beard, though.
You trimmed something.
No.
It looks
Your head
nice.
got bigger and your wig got shorter.
Nothing changed. Like nothing's changed.
Nothing's changed. I think the biggest upset for Freddie is that Grace is leaving on Friday and you're leaving next month. I know. It's
A lot
like
of
this
people.
whole.
When are you leaving?
In a couple weeks, too.
Ethan, when are you leaving?
He's here.
2 months. Right.
We got some time. So things to do. You and I got some more work to do. I know. It's overwhelming, isn't it?
No.
Freddie's so sad.
Why are you so sad today?
So sad.
I'm not sad, but I figured that being that these are the last few hours and days that we have with some of these people, that I'm going to definitely throw some curveballs.
Oh, no.
Have some
Oh,
fun.
no. Grace, you
See-
better be careful.
Well, Grace is another one. Watch the midday. Grace, you're going to be hosting the midday with Dawn today.
I'll host the midday.
Okay.
Grace is like
Let's
ready.
Let's find out what they really have learned.
Ooh.
Grace is glad it's on a day she curled her hair.
Literally. Every time I get put in front of the camera, it's days that I look like I rolled out of bed.
What would you do Wednesday? Well, I have to say, you guys have done such a great job. We sent out our newsletter for the Amp Media Futures Foundation, and wow, what feedback. We actually got our first donation, so thank you. And it is a recurrent monthly donation, which is even more unbelievable.
Really?
Yeah, we didn't even realize that until I think it was Gio that
So
pointed
now I
out.
know how to actually read the form, and then we get
I don't even know how to get there, but that's okay.
the info. I'll have to show you how to get into everything.
Does
You're
the
like,
person who donated it know it's a reoccurring donation?
We don't know.
I don't know. I
The
think so. I
assumption
hope
is
so.
yeah.
I'm sure you'll find out sooner or later.
So thank you for that, and what great
Well,
feedback
we're
and
gonna be-
response we've gotten from people supporting and wanting to be involved and helping the foundation. And people have read and they said, "Wow, we had no idea. Wow, what a great accomplishment! So proud of you guys." And I can't believe the positive response we're getting, which is really nice.
Well, the funny thing is that people think that the kids are in studio because we want to bring them in to make some coffee and to do this. They really don't understand the impact that they carry and what they mean to what we've done over the years. This is not a 20-minute. Like Renee thinks that the foundation has been around for years, and people think that they come in here and they don't realize what this is our 7th year of having them produce and do some of the things that they do.
Do you know the amazing thing is we actually have a how-to procedure book now, which is unbelievable. I can't believe we did that also.
That wasn't so much me as it was Helga. I just provided the information for it.
Helga.
It was Helga's idea.
Yeah, but
and
who has ever read it?
Oh.
The new people
all
read
our
it.
new crew have to read it
You
when
read
they
it?
come in, and they have
All of it?
They sign off on
they
it.
have
I
to
thought
read
it
it
wasn't
and sign
written.
off
Did
on
you
it.
read it?
Oh no, that one.
The
Yeah, okay,
binder.
yeah, I've read that. I've
They
read
have
Did
to
he
read
read
it
it?
and sign off
I
on
didn't even
it.
know this was a thing. Nobody told me about this.
Nathan, pass him the book. It's next to the Clorox. Why is the Clorox in here, by the way?
I was wiping it down.
Oh, okay, thank you. And there it is, your how-to procedure book. See
You
that?
ever seen that before? You know what that is?
Let's see here.
No, it's not a recipe book.
It kind of
Kind
is.
of
It's the
is.
recipe on how
Media
to
recipe.
do things here.
No, but he's looking for the ham sandwich.
Oh, thanks.
Little by little. I know, we've gotten a lot of work. When I look at it overall, we do a lot of work in this studio and produce shows.
What was funny is like when I first read that book. One of the things immediately that I saw was like how to answer the phone, and I was like, but then the first time like they called in, I had no idea what to do when I had to answer the phone.
You know,
Honestly.
I can do most things by myself. But as soon as that phone rings, it's Jay, Josh, Abraham, help!
Whenever the phone rings, people start panicking.
Yeah, I don't answer. I don't pick up the phone.
And it's funny because I'll always look at like Jalen, and I'll be like, "You want to get the phone?" And she'll like look at me, she'll be like, "Nah, like you got it." And I'll be like, "All right."
Whenever I'm running a board, Jay's like, if the phone rings, just call for me. And I'm like, thanks.
Yeah.
I'll do everything else. I don't want to do the
We actually used to have to keep a script on what do you say when you answer the phone.
Hello, welcome to Ant Media Productions. How may I help you today?
But how many people don't know how to answer a phone? Like when your friends call, what do you say? Yo, bro,
Yo.
dude. No one says,
Yo.
hi, how are you?
I say, "Yo, what's good?"
See? Exactly. No one
What's
knows
good,
how to
Mikey?
answer a
This is
phone
Ant Media
anymore.
Productions on the Jiggy.
What's good? This is Ant Media. Say that again. How can I direct your call?
I got a trivia question for you guys. Who answers the phone the most per week in the studio?
There can't be more than like If you were done. 4 phone
Like-
calls a if week you were anyway. done.
It's not me or Dawn. It's not me and Dawn.
Like
The
big
studio
or
phones.
like you
The
guys-
studio phones.
Josh,
No,
Abraham.
Yeah, I guess Josh.
I
Abraham.
believe
It's
that.
a-
I definitely
Sarah.
believe that.
Abraham,
Yeah.
because it's Sarah. He does over 50 calls a show.
What?
That's crazy.
It's impressive.
Oh my god, dude.
cry.
that's
And
crazy.
it's not even only just answering the phone. Then they have to take the information that Sarah requires, and then they have to put the name on the board, and then he has to magistrate the board so she can ask the people on the line. So he's got to switch it over, clean it off, put the new one in there.
He's a master at the phones.
He's a master. So, but I got to tell you, again, alluding back to what you sent out yesterday, and it came to a conclusion that everybody that's writing me and talking to me, they're people that I haven't heard of in years, are amazed at what you guys do, about how much you do it, how well. I mean, am I on your case because I want you to do it right all the time? Absolutely. But they are so amazed at the amount of coverage and all the different things that you do. Think about it. Do you ever sit down and think about how much is produced out of this studio?
It's actually like, honestly, the other day, she says every
All
day.
that's on my brain.
The other day I thought about it, like how many shows we actually go out, because I remember talking to you initially about like the pre-recording segments and stuff like that, and I thought about like how we used to do it, like where I used to work, or not work, but study, and we had one show a week, so you had a lot of time to like, find a
One
story,
show
get
a
it
week?
recorded, get it put together, because it's like it was a student-based like production, so like we would do actually 2 shows a week. One was 10 minutes in the morning, and one was like half an hour on Friday. And like one day here is more production than like I would have an entire week there.
Well, there was
so.
a time in my life when I was going from 3 o'clock in the afternoon to 9 o'clock at night. And I did that production by myself at the radio station.
That's crazy.
Remember this?
I do.
Back to back to back to back.
What was the show?
All
different
sorts of
shows.
shows. You name it, it was up there. And the amazing aspect is, and I never realized until I see what I see now, how much work I had to do. When Dawn came along to help me, we used to do sets, changes. Linda used to help me when Gio was with me, when Freddie was with me. They used to come in and out, but it was one room and another room. That's it. That's it. I started in the same room. I would be in this room doing the productions, and people would come in and out. Simple, right? But look at it now. Now it's television production. It's changing backgrounds. It's changing lighting. It's doing green screens. It's writing about it. It's networking. It's taking pictures. It's on and on and on and on. If you sit back, like I was talking to Gio last night, he says, man, I can't believe how much work you guys do in a week. It is amazing. He says it's a giant, you would think it's a giant corporation.
Yes, you
Without
would.
guest shows, we produce pretty much 3.5 hours of content a day without guest shows. So like that's a lot. Like
It is a lot. So this is sometimes I look and I tell myself, bound to make a mistake somewhere. But if you look at the amount of mistakes that we do, this minor. Gato had a bad Thursday. First time I've ever seen him in the years he's been here, he's had a bad Thursday. And you know what the bad Thursday was? He misspelled one word by one letter. That's it. That's it. That's a bad Thursday. I mean,
But
that's how
all
good
you
they
need.
are.
But that's all you need is for someone to get upset because their name was misspelled. That's how intricate this business is, that people don't realize that your sound can be good, everything can be clean and beautiful. You misspell somebody's name and they can't use the film.
Yeah.
It's
can
that
fix it.
simple.
You can fix
It was fixed.
Most
Aiden
things are
fixed it.
fixable.
Aiden, how was that fixing it, by the way?
Was that for the artist loft? That was actually fine. So honestly, initially, I was trying to figure out like a good way to do it with Jalen, and I was in the process of doing that. And Josh was like, "Dude, you're doing way too much. Like, let me just show you how I would do it." And he brought me over to the computer, and he like, in 20 seconds, what seemed obvious, but I just didn't think of it. Like he was like, "Just do this, and then like do it 3 more times, whatever." And I did it, and it took me 5 minutes, as opposed to like transferring the whole video off the board, then onto my computer, then fixing it, then back onto the board. It would have taken forever. Like so. Thank you to Josh for
it's-
saving me multiple hours.
It's like Josh knows how to make things what seems like something huge.
So
seem
simple.
Like he
He's
knows
just very
a
efficient with his,
simple
like-
way to do something.
Yeah.
Yeah, but think, he learned that here. When he came here, he was a graphic design graduate from Lynn University. He wasn't in grad school. He didn't do production. He did graphic design. So
Yeah.
everything he does that you're like, oh my gosh, let's ask Josh. He learned it by working it here
Yeah.
and working through and figuring it out.
And then, like, I remember when Josh got into grad school, and how happy I was about that. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's
we
like-
weren't. No, we were very happy
no,
for him.
I was like, thank God
That he's staying?
somebody that I know is in my freaking classes now.
Yeah, it's nice.
You know, when Josh started, and we did a show, we used to take you guys over, the producers over to the radio station, and we had them
remember
do
that.
their shows at night. We had a nighttime, so we used to put the producers in there. And I'll never forget Josh's first interview, that he regretted not going back to school and taking this seriously, and not learning the things that he wanted to learn. That was his regret. And my God, so Josh has this thing. He doesn't want it to come to me to fix. He refuses for that to happen. So, I mean, I can edit something in 20 seconds. You know, it's funny because, and I showed him briefly, this is the way I would do it, and boom, 1, 2, 3, done, converting it, but I have shortcuts on my computer because I used to be a one-man band, right? But you have the same qualities that Josh does. If you were here longer, you would be the new Josh.
I appreciate you saying that. I actually did ask Josh on Monday, because I was like, how are there so many things in the studio that like you are the designated person for? I was like I just asked, because I was like, where could you possibly have learned like how to do all these things? Like initially I thought maybe Gio like showed him how to do all the computer stuff, because I was like, nobody else knows besides you, like only you know. And he was like, yeah, like I just like push a lot of buttons, and then like if it doesn't work out, I just like make sure to put it back. And I was like,
He's right. That's how he learned
yeah,
the remix.
like that's a good, yeah. He was like, I just try it, and then like if it works, then great, we know how to do it, and if we don't, then I just try again.
Because it's persistency.
Yeah.
You know, intelligence is good, persistency is better. Your editing skills have become phenomenal.
Yeah.
you very
Dude,
much.
those Amp Media like, or the Amp Futures like little clips, I really like.
Those are amazing.
They're so good.
You
Thank
see,
you
I
so
sent
much.
that out.
Yeah.
I sent that all out. Oh, and to Bob, he is in the hospital not feeling well, so feel better.
Feel better.
He texted me last night.
Yeah, but he says he's gonna come in next week sometime.
So he's funny. So he's in the hospital, and apparently he's talking about our show to the nurses at Bethesda Hospital. So they want the link, and he says, I don't think it's appropriate for me to give them my phone number or me to get her phone number. So can I give her your phone number? I'm like, absolutely. So the nurses at Bethesda, you can give us a call,
Hi.
and we'll send you the link to the show. 100%. Isn't that funny?
It's hilarious. It is. I mean,
I don't think it's appropriate for me to get her number, so I'm going to give her the studio's number. You got it.
So I got a bit of a story that's similar. So
similar to what?
the nurses,
Bethesda?
we were talking about nurses. Well, this was after one of my surgeries. It was after my jaw surgery. I could barely speak after it. And
Well, yeah.
my sister was in the room, and she hears me trying to mumble something. And she starts getting closer and closer. She's trying to figure out, what's he trying to say? Is he asking for help? Was he in pain? I'll give anybody a guess what I was doing.
Trying to get food?
No.
You wanted to say Amp Media.
Talk? Yeah, were you trying to talk? Or get her number?
Yeah, I thought you were trying to
My
get his number.
sister?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant the nurse.
You wanted to know what Bailey was.
Make a joke or something. I feel like it's something lighthearted.
You gotta go to the bathroom.
No.
I would say get the nurse's number.
I was trying to sing, I Will Survive.
Aww.
And I can barely survive.
How old were you?
6.
I think it was like 16.
16?
You sang then too?
I've been singing since I was about 13.
Wow.
Well, you know, that's another.
My sister got this close to me, and she listens, looks over him and says, I think he's singing.
Well, that's and that's another aspect about Bax's journey of singing. 2 years here,
God.
in and out and singing. When he first came,
years.
he was as quiet as this one.
Hey!
Apparently she's not quiet. She's just quiet here. She's not an introvert. She's just shy. There's a
Yeah.
difference.
Really?
There's a difference.
How do we know that she's not shy? I mean that she's a. How do you
She's
know?
not an
Extrovert.
introvert.
How do you know she's not?
Because she told us.
Right.
Yeah.
She told me?
Introvert and extrovert is where you get your energy, which expels your
hers?
energy. I think you're an introverted extrovert.
What is that?
So
It's like you like to do things and be with people and stuff, but like you're like shy at first.
I'm an introverted extrovert.
yeah,
But you're
like you
not
don't
shy.
like to expel energy, but you get your energy from other people. Like we were talking about, like what drains you the most versus
Being
what
around other people.
recharges you. That's your introverted extrovert. But if you're shy versus outgoing, they're not synonyms for introvert extrovert.
But I heard you're a party animal.
I wouldn't doubt it.
That's what I heard.
New Orleans.
Yeah, she goes to Tulane. I would bet so.
That's what
I do
heard.
like to party, yes.
You go to them parties on Bourbon Street?
Do you have any
Yeah.
Snapchat videos of you doing dumb stuff?
Oh my god, probably a lot.
Somebody here does that.
Oh, I do.
Every
you imagine
night's
a
like
life?
a bunch of videos.
Imagine a life without social media. We grew up in a world
Ugh.
without even cell phones.
Honestly, it
let
would
alone
be so
social
nice.
media.
Like a
It would be
reality
nice.
without social media.
It would just be more just
Authentic, I think.
I say
Yeah.
the best
Why
nights
don't
are when you
just
don't
put your
capture it on
phone down
video.
then?
That's fair.
It's not that
But it's not the
simple.
same because now that it's a thing, like you can't just put your phone down, like
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
you're ingrained in it. You know, it's
Yeah,
And
you
like
are.
I tried to go off social media for a while at the beginning of last year, and I realized that like a lot of FAU stuff was on social media or like clubs and organizations through school.
a lot
They'd
of
be like,
information you need is
"Oh,
through social media now.
right, check us out on Instagram. The
Politics
schedules are on
even, like-
Instagram, so I had to re-download
Yeah,
it.
everything.
And to talk to people too.
Have you seen
Like,
the
talk with
video
friends.
of Trump returning with that huge bandage over his ear?
Yeah.
God,
That's
how
the
do we get to
thing now.
this?
Yeah.
Did you see this?
Yeah.
Everybody's wearing a bandage over there right now.
Oh,
That's the thing.
Do you guys
I
know the story trope that's like enemies to lovers? People are
Yeah.
writing stories that is enemies to lovers about Trump and Biden.
Oh my
and I
God.
think it's the funniest thing
People
in the
are
whole
so
world.
weird.
And people are so weird, but it's so funny. Like
People are bored.
the
They don't-
internet is
Yeah,
making
people are bored.
videos
Yeah,
of
100%.
them. Like you know when like I don't know. When Bridgerton came out, they would make like Daphne and the Duke like videos. They're making it about Trump and Biden now, and it's awful, but it's hilarious. Like, it's really funny, but it's not.
You almost believe the things they say.
Yeah.
That's the power of the media, that it can be used for good and it can be used for not so good.
Did you see that they put, I think it was TikTok, I saw it, that it was 3 bullets that he avoided, not one. One went over his head, one hit his ear, and the other one missed him.
You say avoided
right.
like he's
Well, didn't someone
dodging
get
them.
killed?
Like he just so happened to turn his head
Time
into
out.
the bullet.
You know why he dodged them? Because he kept moving his head.
Yeah, but that's just like his usual, like, you know.
Yeah, but I'm
shtick.
talking to you right now. You don't do this. This is him.
Yeah, I mean,
And
Maybe
if
he
it wasn't
knew.
for that, and he knows it. Somebody
had a
said
gut
he
feeling.
knows that he dodged not 1, not 2, but 3 bullets. Do you know the chances of you dodging 3 bullets in the triangle?
Listen, I just got to tell you, there's a greater entity that was watching over him that day. Whether
Yeah.
you like him or you don't, he was watched over that day by someone that protected him.
It's like that scene from Despicable Me where Gru tries to get the girls back from Vector, and he shoots the missiles at him, and he's like doing ballet on top of all the missiles.
oh yeah.
Have you seen the new Despicable Me?
I haven't watched
Let
the
me
new
tell you
one.
something.
Yeah, but I heard it was
God.
bad.
I saw it with Bailey, and
Did you like it?
I hated it.
Did
Wow.
you like it?
Really?
No, I haven't seen it.
You're going to love it.
I might. You know what? Maybe I will.
I absolutely hated it.
Why?
My God.
I'm the same way.
Every time I was watching the film, I was saying I could write this so much better.
I'm the same way with movies. If I watch like an awful movie, I try really hard to find something good about it. I'm like, well, maybe the writing was bad, but the cinematography was good, or maybe the overall plot was good, but this was bad. And I'm like,
Yeah.
sometimes movies are just bad, and I need to be able to say that.
Oh my God, what's with you in that
You see,
movie?
yeah.
What?
Have you seen Long Legs?
He loves
No,
it.
I've
He
never
says
even
it's the
heard
best
of it.
movie
Who
ever
are you
made.
talking to? Your imaginary
Aiden.
friend?
I don't know where it goes. He just ran out of here.
Aiden loved it. Have you seen it?
I didn't even hear of it until you guys.
Oh, you
So
gotta
no.
see it. It's you gotta go see it. Because I need to know, is it me?
It's
Well, didn't
probably
he say it's
you.
scary?
It's probably
It's
you.
a psychological
Oh,
thriller,
I know
so
what
it's
I'm-
like.
You watch
tricky.
so many movies.
Yeah.
Yesterday I watched Your Friend, the lady you love, J-Lo,
Yeah.
2014, The Boy Next Door.
Oh!
Have you seen it?
Classic.
Never
Have
saw
you
it.
seen it?
Never seen it, but
She's
I heard of it.
naked. Hello.
Hello.
Ring the bell.
Wow.
Oh my God.
That was a buzzer.
Ain't no bell
She's
ringing for that
she's
one.
naked.
You probably loved it.
I watched it. I'm watching it again tonight.
Oh my God.
Are you like a creepy
Again
old
and again and
guy?
again.
I know.
It's J-Lo when she was 10 years
You know
ago.
that movie,
What is it,
Dirty
Freddie?
Old
Do you bring
Men?
your binoculars too?
Was it actually her though, or like someone else?
I thought
Because I feel like a lot
you
of
bet-
famous people don't just like.
yes,
get
they
naked
use a
on
lot of
camera.
body doubles,
Would
so
you
I
do
looked
it?
it up.
If you were famous, would you use a body double or would you do a nude scene?
Body double.
It depends what
Body
we're
double.
doing with.
Body double.
You? Guys don't do body doubles, dummy.
Sure they do.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
Please, they
Why?
put down that strap thing. You know that thing that
Strap.
yeah, it's like this skin thing that they put
Is
around.
that what they
your-
do?
Yeah. So in Hollywood now they have a whole role called an intimacy coordinator, and they like basically choreograph any sex scene.
How is that? How do you do that? How
They
do you
shut down.
pretend to have
They
sex?
shut it. They put it in a shut
Yeah.
it all down.
They like have, it's like little silicone. It's like
Widgets.
I don't know how to describe it. You know, like when you have like a sticky bra, that's what it is.
Yeah.
But it's like silicone and it goes over your bits, and then
And they make it
Yeah.
to fit you
it's like custom
exact.
to
There's
you.
nothing hanging out of it.
It's like a triangle, and that's it, and it just sticks to you.
And what about for women?
That?
That
Same
same thing.
Yeah.
That letter makes me feel sick to my stomach for some reason.
Why?
You have to shave.
Yeah,
It's
but
part
I'm
of
gonna
the
tell you,
job,
J Lo, the guy grabbed her boobiness.
Oh God.
And he
So
was
I guess she
hanging on
wasn't
to them
covered.
boobies.
Oh my God.
And it was her. It was her.
She
I
has a
was
nice body,
amazed.
doesn't she, though?
Oh
But
my
how do you know it was
God.
her? Not the, like they make it so that you can't see the.
Well,
body
then I
double,
gotta
wouldn't
tell
know.
you, because I put it in slow motion to see.
Oh my God!
No, let me finish
Dude,
to
you
see
gotta,
if.
like, you gotta put the shovel down.
No,
You're
to
gonna get sued by J-Lo.
God.
J-Lo's gonna come
But
by
you don't let me.
sue you.
You don't let me finish. Wanted to see if they cut,
Yeah.
into the body double piece, because somewhere along the line they gotta edit it in there, don't they? So either
They
they're
could
their
edit it on
best.
top.
That thing,
Yeah.
know, you get a freaking restraining order from J-Lo.
Put the shovel down. Is that the title of the
I gotta
show?
tell you, I thought the movie. She used to play the school teacher,
Oh.
and she had a one night affair with a student who ended up being crazy.
Whoa.
And then he became obnoxious, and he started chasing her.
It's a kid?
He's a kid. He was
Like
19,
was
high school kid. But this guy, he looked a lot like you.
Ah!
Wait a minute.
I can pull J-Lo, I think.
But I'm gonna tell
God.
you, this kid was
Oh,
he was a
God.
boxer. He was a fighter. He took pictures of their intimacy and put it in the classroom with string all over the place
Oh my
God.
and made copy. The Boy Next Door.
Never heard
I
of
have never heard of the
I'm gonna watch it.
movie.
I'm gonna watch
But
it.
now I-
You convinced me.
I gotta tell you, it's
it.
on
What was it that
Netflix.
got you, Baxton?
He was convinced after naked.
The boobies.
You probably had him at J-Lo naked.
Yeah.
But I didn't know J Lo was that hot. It had to be a double.
Of course he is.
No,
J-Lo.
there were curves on that body.
It's J-Lo.
No.
But think about it. It was 10 years ago.
Yeah, but there were curves on her. I'm gonna
She
tell
had
you.
curves
But they could
10
also
years
edit
ago.
that too.
Yeah.
They
Really?
edit the
Like,
curves?
I feel like a little bit.
Really? How did we do that?
How-
On like face, like you know how like people edit
Yeah.
their photos.
It's like use
You know how to do that?
keyframes.
I don't personally do it.
But you
I
can
think
edit a
we should
movie?
take you naked, take
It's the
pictures,
same way that we
and
edit
edit.
our lower thirds.
Let's see if it
like when you do
works.
the makeup, you could edit makeup.
You know what? I like to
Yeah.
watch
Commercial
that.
break.
I can't. I don't have
Have
any
you ever
curves.
Oh, guess
seen
what will
like
happen to you? No big deal.
like every Skims
God.
commercial? They're notorious for editing.
Really?
Skims.
But 10 years ago, in
Yeah,
2014,
their
did they
bodies
have
look
that?
perfect.
But
Right.
2014,
Like
they had
no
that
freckles.
Like
technology.
you can watch like
Dude, I think
botched
Facetune's been around since, like,
Skims
2012.
commercials where they're like horrible. There's one where
Look
she,
at
like
Dove,
Kim
too.
Kardashian, yeah, takes her like finger and like runs it up the side of her body and like her whole finger like goes over here.
Oh, really?
And, like, it
it's like
distorts.
super obvious.
Yeah.
But this is
Wow.
what I'm saying. I
Remember when,
looked.
like we used to find that in like our like people in our grades like pictures
Oh
on Instagram
yeah.
and stuff.
You'd see the.
You would
fence.
see
Oh,
like
yeah.
the fence bending,
Yeah.
and it'd be like, oh, like
I
that's
was
an
always
interesting
so
like
bad
fence
about
behind
that.
you. But like in reality, like does it really
I
matter?
see
Like
no distortion.
Nah.
do what you want.
Wow.
And I put it in slow motion.
Oh,
And
God.
then it says, what
Okay.
are you, then it
Stop
says,
saying.
then it says, what are you
But they
doing?
could have just
I
perfected
said,
Put
it.
down the
because I was
shovel.
asking myself, now this is back in 2014, so I don't know if they had that technology. It says, this is either her or boy, this is good. You know, you go to the movies and you see how they shoot
Does that
stuff.
line work for you?
What?
Does that line work for you?
What?
Like, I'm in the business. I have to make sure it's legitimately
First of
edited.
all, excuse me,
It-
can you hit that buzzer, please?
No,
From
no.
why? From me myself?
First of all, it's not a line.
It could,
Because
I'm
you
in the
told
biz,
me
I
a
need
million
to-
times when you go to the movies, you don't watch your movie anymore. You watch how they produce it.
Yes, but not
And
if
I know
they're
you
naked.
do. I know you do. Well, you, I don't know.
But I don't do that over somebody's body line.
But that's because it was J-Lo.
Oh.
I was shocked. I never knew that. Why didn't you promote that movie more?
Oh, God.
So
It was a good movie.
kind of piggybacking off but also changing topics. I was talking to this girl
Thank you,
in
Grace.
one of my classes and we were talking about a professor that we both had before. And this professor was mighty handsome, let me just say. He was good looking.
Oh,
And we were just like talking. I was like, oh yeah, it definitely made marketing more interesting, blah, blah, blah. And she was like, I'm a hit on him. I went, what? And she was like, yeah, after I graduate, I'm definitely going to like text him. And I was like, is that something people do?
At least she's waiting till she
Okay.
graduates.
College.
I got a
Yeah,
story.
but college is okay because you're an adult. I'm talking
Hang
about
on.
high school.
No,
I
I
got
know,
it.
but like,
Even
for
so,
the
though,
college,
like a
18,
50-year-old
but
professor,
when you
like-
guys were in college, have you ever been like, I would hit on that professor?
No.
I dated a professor.
Ah!
I told you. My
You
Spanish
dated your
professor.
professor?
She's hot.
Dude, are you
Ay,
kidding me?
caramba.
She
After
was
college,
Spanish. No, during.
So,
you're allowed to.
Don, would you ever have like a professor and be
Don't
like,
ask. I dated one in high school, so.
you dated a college professor in high school?
Not a college professor. He was one of the coaches in high school.
She dated a professor in high school. Fact it out.
like what you see on movies.
Oh, you think it's always me?
I was not expecting that.
I guess like back then you wouldn't get.
Oh my god.
It was like a thing in my
I am
high school.
shocked.
It was
In
not-
high school?
It was a thing in my high school. Quite a few people did that.
That's like a crime.
With the same guy?
Oh no. And it wasn't just like girls and older
Wait a minute,
guys.
wait
There
a
were
minute,
guys
wait a minute,
dating
wait a minute,
female
Hit the buzzer. Hit the
Wait.
buzzer.
There were students dating
No,
teachers frequently at your high school?
No, she's just
What?
saying that.
No, I'm
Is
not.
that-
Did you get caught
Caught what?
Well, think about no
Dating-
social media.
Were you over 18?
dating the teacher, the professor?
Was I over 18? No, because then I would have graduated. No. I was thinking about
That's a
that.
crime!
Wait, that's like fully. That's
Yeah.
crazy. Oh my god. It was
we-
like a normal
This
thing.
is
But,
all.
like, people knew like that
Hey,
that was
stop,
happening,
stop,
and it
stop,
was like.
stop. This is
wasn't that
all.
much older.
This is all acting.
He
No,
was
we
out
are
of
not
college.
committing a crime on the air.
That's not a crime. I didn't do anything wrong.
You didn't.
Yeah, you didn't do anything wrong.
You participate.
And what? Going out?
Yeah, you can't do that when you're
You
under
can't
18.
have relations, but I could go
Oh.
out.
Oh, you just went on a date.
Yeah.
Wait, what does that
Okay,
mean?
you made
What do
it
you mean went on
sound
a
like
date?
it was something
If
else.
they
Like
just
to
went
dinner.
to dinner, it would be okay.
Like just you and your teacher?
I'm old school. I didn't do that back then.
Wait, but like just
I'm
you
a
and your
different
teacher like went
generation.
out on a date.
Yeah.
Don, you little
That's
victim.
so elite. That's gotta
He
be.
wasn't my teacher. He was a coach, one of the sports coaches.
Same idea.
Shocked.
You know, you've put us in a very awkward position.
He asked you out.
We don't know what to say. We don't know
Start
what
this
to say.
conversation.
Okay, I got
me.
It was me.
So there was a college professor. I'm going to protect his name at Lane
You
University.
went out with a guy?
His?
I
no,
knew
no.
that you were gonna say that the second I
I'll
knew.
smack you.
Oh
no.
no.
But there was a
Oh,
college
God.
professor at Lynn University, and he was always also a bit strange. He
Okay.
was always a bit strange, and he kind of
Oh,
like
God.
he was married, but he liked to flirt with the college students.
Ugh.
And the first time I met him, he was walking in, and one of the kids was vaping. He points at the kid and says, "Is that a vape?" And he says, "Yes." He says, "What flavor is it?" "It's strawberry banana." So the kid hands him the vape, and the teacher starts taking a hand of the vape. I'm like, "Oh Jesus Christ!" I can tell what kind of professor this guy is. Later on, I find out that he was having sexual relations with some of his students.
Wow.
They made a video. The
Wow.
dean found out. Oh
Wow.
my God!
They made a
Yeah.
video?
They made a video.
Dude, people are so dumb.
Oh
I can't. I can't even like defend. Like, first of all, not that I would ever defend something like that,
They
but
made
you
video.
can't. I can't even wrap my head around how somebody could commit essentially, even though they're
crime?
both adults, a
Like,
crime because it's
honestly-
a conflict of interest.
Honestly, I think it was a trap because she made the video with
That
him, and then
is
she showed the dean.
mind
Yeah,
blowing.
she probably wanted to get him in trouble.
Braxton,
You
have
know what?
ever
Good
had a
for her,
professor
bro.
that
That
you'd
guy
be like,
should not
"I'd
be
hit on
taking
her"?
advantage of his students.
Have you ever had a professor and you'd been like, I'd hit on her?
No,
Really?
Yes.
You've never thought of one of your professors was like pretty?
heck, like no.
Never?
They're my professor.
Did you
Yeah,
ever
you
know?
can acknowledge if they're pretty.
people too.
You had a
I
crush
know,
on
but
Mrs.
like-
Goldstein.
That was in the third
Oh,
grade.
How cute was that?
That was in third grade.
I know.
Now I gotta tell you, I had a crush on my English teacher at NYU. She was a fox, but nothing happened.
A fop.
But my Spanish teacher, she challenged me. She said, "You want to take a bite of this apple?" I said, "Oh, that's all I
Take a
got."
bite of this apple.
Okay.
You're like a walking
Whoa.
movie. If someone were to do a movie about a guy from the Bronx and they needed to do wardrobe and everything, that's you right
What are
there.
you talking about? You went out and you did it in high school. I had nuns. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but
But look at you.
Aiden or Lakin, would you guys hit on a professor?
I would never like act
Better
and
question,
hit on a
did he
professor.
admit it?
Oh no, I'm a pretty honest person. I feel like
I would never go through with it. Yeah.
Yeah, I would never go through with it, but I've definitely had professors where I was like, "Oh, she's very pretty." Like my film professor, my
You
freshman
never had
year.
a fantasy on a professor?
Fantasy.
Like my junior year calc teacher, he played lacrosse at like I think it was Ohio State or something. Like he was hot.
The thing is
But I
like,
would never like do anything.
And
Did
he
you
probably
talk
is
to
not
him?
that much older than you.
But you're
No,
in
he's definitely
college,
20
right?
years older.
Yeah, but the
Oh.
thing is
You're
like
in
it's
college.
super
Yeah, I'm
against
in
the
college.
college like
So-
rules.
But like, why would I ruin myself and my career?
Yeah,
Like,
you would screw yourself up. First of all, it's
In
like
college?
yeah, I mean
Yeah.
like your reputation is like forever changed. Like if you get found
like-
doing something like that, even as the student.
Yeah.
And on the other side of it,
Like, that's
the
why the
professor would
professors
like
leave.
100% get fired.
Oh, yeah.
Like
Yeah.
100%. There's no.
You take the class, you get the ace, and then you can date the. I mean, I
Well,
got
like-
a name.
Yeah, that's
I
what
don't
I'm.
know.
Okay,
I-
maybe yeah, sure,
Yeah, but then
but
you're that girl dating a professor.
Exactly.
Then they're gonna think you got the A because you like you
Yeah,
liked
I
it.
would never be able to live with myself. If
Why?
I did something like
That's a little
that,
far.
I'm not kidding.
It's not a crime.
I might feel
Call my parents
bad.
about it. If I ever did something like that, I'd like, well,
But this is
Dating a
like
professor?
But this
I'd
is.
probably call my mom and dad and
Uh-huh.
tell them how sorry.
Oh, you're such a wuss. Listen, let me ask you a question. If you get an A, you date.
Ooh.
See, that's why I don't.
Picture down.
Same
Oh, it's
picture.
another one of
Same picture.
Jay's.
That one's just
Same one.
bound to be on. At least there's no glass in it.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
broke.
Oh, it's the same picture?
But what difference? It's the same picture.
It broke again.
Be hung up.
But this is why I didn't want to put it there. And you told me to put it there.
Oh.
So there it is. So what difference does it make if you date somebody and you get an A, and people say, "Oh, you got an A because you dated," and what's the problem?
But why that person? There's so many other people out there.
Yeah, there you go. That's a better
So
answer.
you can't pick what you're gonna get into. You meet somebody.
You can't.
You're picking that we should get into it with our professors.
You meet somebody and you marry them, right? And let's say he's a professor and you marry them. Are you not gonna marry them because he's a professor?
You could just wait a couple
Ah.
years though.
But also, like, think about this. When let's say you're 45 years old, you're a professor at whatever university, and
You
think
marry a
back to when you
20-year-old?
were 20. How naive were you when you were 20? Like, realistically, like
It depends on your definition.
You were married.
probably
weren't you?
extremely
I
naive.
got married at 21.
And then what happened?
That's crazy.
No, it wasn't crazy.
Well, back,
it was one.
back
crazy
then they
back
got
then.
married.
Do you feel like that
but,
was a
like-
naive decision, like to get married so young, or do you think?
I shouldn't have done it?
So certain decisions you make when you're 20 or 21, like as you get older, you look back, okay, that was a dumb decision. If a 45-year-old was hitting on a 20-year-old, like the first thing I'm thinking is
What?
you have so much more life experience than that person. Like you're taking advantage of them emotionally. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you're in a position
I
where
agree.
one, you are literally in a power position because you're the teacher, but you're also in a power position in terms of like your maturity and like how you can emotionally manipulate somebody because you know what it's like to be 20, but the 20-year-old has no idea what it's like to be 40.
But wait a minute.
It would be like you dating an intern here.
This Spanish
Would you ever
teacher.
date an intern here?
No.
You
that-
better-
Yeah, so it's like a
Oh!
conflict of
It's the
interest.
same
that,
thing.
that I wouldn't do. It's not the same thing because I was.
like,
I was
Yeah, you're right. I think
That's
dating your
mixing-
professor would be
'cause
worse.
that's mixing
I was-
pleasure and work.
I was 18. She must have been in her 30s. I don't know. And it was a game. You know, she wanted to play Mrs. Robinson.
Oh.
That's all. And I knew exactly where she was coming from, and we played the game. And there was no. I mean, I saw her maybe once or twice a week, and that was it. If I saw her that much,
I feel like it'd be worse
like,
for if
in
you were a
class?
girl and she was the
I saw her
Yeah.
outside of class.
Oh.
And then, but she was teaching me the ways of
The world.
No, NYU is in the Boweries down in Manhattan.
So it never crossed your mind of like, why would this woman possibly be
What do I
interested in
care?
an 18-year-old?
Right.
Like, what is wrong with you that you're interested in somebody that much further behind in
what
life than you?
do I
What
care?
if she had gotten pregnant?
She wasn't. She was a sophisticated woman. All those precautions were precautioned.
Wow.
You see, back in the day, I didn't overthink things, bro. I had.
I don't think it's overthinking. I think it's just like for me, it's like I think that anybody who's that much older, like as you get older, the age gap matters less. But like when you're 20 or just barely 18, 19, 21, whatever, early 20s, like you're still a kid in my opinion. Like you are not at a maturity level to date a
I wasn't
middle-aged.
but I wasn't a kid.
human.
I was very mature for my age.
I'm sure.
Like when
I mean,
you
I
were
got
being
to-
born, she was in like what, like 5th, 6th grade? Like,
No, she's probably older.
But
like,
why do you guys overthink things? When you buy a pair of shoes, you say, "Man, what are these shoes gonna feel like in 5 years?"
Yes.
Actually,
What?
Depends how much they
I
are.
got graduation shoes, and that was the hardest decision I've ever made in my entire
Because of 5 years from now.
No, because I was
The
like, what if I
price.
trip? What if they're not comfortable? What if I have to wear them all day? What if they're too expensive? Yeah, buying graduation shoes is not fun. I wore them when I was cleaning my house yesterday to try to break them in.
I am the worst person ever to go shopping with sometimes.
Did you buy everything?
No, because I want to get something. Then I'm like, I'm not going to get it. I'm not going to get it. Then I'm like, well, maybe I want to get it. and then I like go to like for like at least 30 minutes. I'm not gonna get it.
I will help you right now, Baxton.
I'm not gonna get it.
Next time you go to the mall to buy something, if you don't absolutely love it in the store, you will not wear it.
See, like for example, there were these.
That is a great rule of thumb that I
There
go
were
by.
these-
But I like
was
it, then
at
I get
American
home and then I
Eagle.
don't.
Exactly.
Right.
So unless you love it in the store, because the store is where you're gonna like it the most always. So love it, and then you'll like it when you
There
get
were
back.
these jean shorts at American Eagle, and they had all these Grateful Dead patches all over.
Okay.
And what?
You like Grateful Dead?
No, not in your patches. We
You've
want
been rocking the
patches on
denim
your-
recently. Look at you,
Grateful
though.
Dead patches.
Patches, though.
And I'm like, you know what? This is too expensive. I'm gonna go. For the past 2 weeks, I had not been able to stop thinking about them.
Did you go back
on
and get
So
them?
now you know
Sunday-
you should get them.
On
There
Sunday,
you go.
I said, you know what? I'm gonna go back to the mall. If they're on sale, I'm gonna get them.
Were they on
And
sale?
did you
I
get
went back
'em?
to the mall. They were on sale, and I bought them.
They just happened to be on sale. Were they on sale when you first saw them?
No.
Oh,
Like it wasn't
nice.
on sale by much.
Got $10 off.
But you get 5 cents off.
Yeah.
$20 off, but I'm like, you know what?
That's not bad.
Were they expensive?
Girl math.
Okay, they were less than
So you got
Sale. A sale's a sale.
I'm not gonna,
All right,
I'll
fair.
tell you off the air.
They were
Listen,
less than $100.
remember the time.
Yeah, they were 100% less than that.
Remember
They were less than 100?
Yeah.
Oh,
Remember
okay.
the
So
time-
$10 off on an item less than $100 is actually like a lot.
You know,
10%.
I
That
was,
is cheap.
they were like, I think.
What do you want, them free?
Oh, that's dude. That's
Do you,
like
do you remember when we
But, like,
were?
here's the thing.
that's almost a 20% discount.
You're talking to a
Deal.
man who shops at Ross. and
Okay,
gets his
take it
jeans
easy.
for $10.
Take it easy. Buy them, wear them, put them back. Who cares?
Put 'em back.
Listen, remember the time we were at iHeart and the jeans with the plastic buttocks came out?
Plastic what?
Buttocks. So you could see through the pants and see your buttocks.
Oh!
You
Yes.
remember that?
Yes.
I ordered those.
What happened?
I sent them back.
Oh, good.
But do you know why I ordered it?
No.
Because I wanted to say on the air, I ordered them, didn't like the way they looked,
But like,
and send them back. I
why
never
didn't
put
you
them on.
just say that?
I didn't put them on. It was a
Why-
bit. It
Why
was
do
a
you have
bit.
to actually
did it for the
order
bit.
it? to
I
say
did it
that?
for the bit, but
You
you
want to
can't
lie?
because you can't lie on air, dummy. So I bought them. I
Can
never
we come
put
up with
them
a
on.
better word than that D
Dummy.
word? It's really a little
No.
offensive.
Dummy.
No.
No.
I was in a meeting with someone yesterday, and he used the same words that you used. I'm like, you sound just like my partner. And he says to me, what is with this world where everyone gets a trophy? Do you know what? Not everyone gets a trophy.
He immediately
Only
started
everyone
ranting.
Should you get a trophy? And I said, oh my gosh, you should meet Freddie. Am I right?
I don't know what the hell you are.
He used
I
the
have
same
no idea.
vernacular you use. He used the same words that were like, you shouldn't really say that. And he goes, why can't I say that? I'm not being offensive. It's just how I grew up talking. And I said again, have you
But
met
this
my
is the
partner,
problem.
Freddie?
That's the way I grew up talking.
That's what he said.
You know, I got Chinese food.
That's what
I
he
saw a
said.
Chinaman, I call him a Chinaman. And say everything's a problem to them. I don't mean anything offensive. And we're back to that again. And we're back to the buzzard
And
again.
then it was back to the trophy, and I thought,
think
oh
I-
my gosh, he
when those-
sounds just like
When
you.
those two interns from India were here. Oh, the Indians were here. It's like, oh my
But
God.
they are Indians. They're
I
not.
know that.
So what's the problem?
Yeah, but if like half of the studio walked in, you wouldn't be like, oh, the whites are here. Like,
right.
you'd be like, that's race. Like, come on. Like,
Oh, the Caucasians are here.
First of all, they won't let me do that.
I never felt inclined to call them the whites anyway.
You know,
He's
offensive.
like, I'm Baxton. Like, nice.
Offensive words are like when I was growing up in the
Oh,
Bronx,
God, oh,
and people
God,
used to
oh,
call us
God.
spics.
That's offensive.
That was
That is an
offensive.
offensive word. I
Or
agree.
a kite.
That's a word
Or a
right there.
kite.
That's
Or
offensive.
again, that's offensive. This is back in the day. These are offensive words. And the N word, again, bad words. But, if you're Chinese, you're Chinese. You're a Chinaman.
Yes.
No, you're just Chinese.
You're Chinese. That's
Yeah.
like heritage.
Yeah.
It's like saying you're,
You're Asian.
I don't know. a guy
You
with-
might be Asian, doesn't mean you're Chinese. You could be
Correct.
Mongolian, you can be Taiwanian.
Mongolian.
Taiwanese.
You know, whatever.
Taiwanese.
This is the reason why I say
Taiwanese,
Chinaman, because I don't
Just
remember
don't
all
say
those
anything.
things.
I think we should go to
Yeah.
commercial
Yeah.
break.
Yeah.
More to
Commercial
come.
break is
Lincoln,
ridiculous.
take us to commercial.
The buttocks
Oh.
piece, I did it just to be able to say it.
Lincoln's going to take
And
us
to
to commercial.
commercial.
Love the Brooklyn Cafe? Don't miss out on some of the latest merch we have available. Need a new shirt? The Brooklyn Cafe has you covered. We have a variety of shirts in all sizes, ranging from the classic cafe shirt to the highly coveted colorful hot dog shirt. Need something for cold weather? Why not grab one of our cafe hoodies? Or you can snuggle up with one of our soft, silk, touch fabric blankets. The Brooklyn Cafe has everything you need, from clothing about the show to our signature coffee blends and mugs. Get it while supplies last.
Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella.
Pizza Rica, tasty Richard Pizza at 2001 Northwest Boca Raton Boulevard or contact 561-826-8663.
Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella.
Do you have diabetes? If you have insurance, you may qualify for a new continuous glucose monitor. With a CGM, you can continuously track your levels and trends, spend more time in range, significantly lower your A1C, and share important data with loved ones and caregivers. Most importantly, a CGM eliminates the one thing most people with diabetes hate: painful finger sticks. Take charge of your health. Order your new continuous glucose monitor today. If you use insulin and have seen your diabetes care provider within the last 6 months, you may qualify for a CGM today. We'll do all the insurance paperwork and deliver your new CGM at little or no out-of-pocket cost to you. Medicare and most insurances cover continuous glucose monitors, so don't wait. Have your insurance handy and call the CGM Health Hotline now.
I am a non-attorney spokesperson representing a team of lawyers who help people that have been injured or wronged. If you've been involved in a serious car, truck, or motorcycle accident or injured at work, you have rights, and you may be entitled to money for your suffering. Don't accept an offer you get from an insurance company until you talk to a lawyer. And we represent some of the best personal injury lawyers you can find. Tough lawyers that will fight to win your case. And they're so good they stake their reputation on it by only getting paid if you win. So if you've been in a serious car, truck, or motorcycle accident or hurt on the job, find out today for free what kind of compensation you may be entitled to. Call the legal helpline right now.
800-613-3597. 800-613-3597. 800-613-3597. That's 800-613-3597.
Welcome to the Chocolate Spectrum, nestled in the heart of Jupiter, Florida, where every sweet indulgence tells a story of hope. Founded by Valerie Herskowitz for her son Blake, who is on the autism spectrum, the family-owned Artisan Chocolate Company has been spreading joy since 2013. Here, individuals with autism and other developmental disabilities are empowered with training and employment opportunities, which not only give them purpose, but also teach valuable skills. Support a greater cause with your exquisite treat by shopping in-store or online at shop.thechocolatespectrum.com, with shipping nationwide all year round, or call at 561-277-9886. The Chocolate Spectrum, where every bite makes a difference.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Ready?
Yes, welcome back.
Wow, woman of many words.
Very excited. Welcome back.
And we're back. Do we have our Wednesday What Would You Rather?
Do we?
Do we? We have our intro for that? Would you rather?
There's a guy named Dewey that we know.
Was he in decimal?
Hit the buzzer. Hit the buzzer.
All right, ready? Would you rather be able to run at 100 miles per hour or fly at 10
Fly.
miles per hour.
Fly.
Run.
Fly.
Run every day of the week.
Wait.
You're telling me I can run at highway speeds?
Nah, I run.
Do you have the
Come
same
on.
stamina? Like you can run from
You know
100
what?
miles
But
an hour for 3 minutes?
if I can run like a couple miles like jogging or whatever, then if I'm jogging like 60 miles an hour, couple miles,
Be very
that's pretty
fit.
sick.
Eventually, you're gonna run out of places to run to.
Eventually, yeah, you're gonna be tired of hovering at 10 miles an hour. You're like, let me get in a car.
At 10 miles an hour, I'm gonna hover. It's gonna take longer to cover the ground.
Imagine going straight up in the sky, like to see how high you can get, but you can go a maximum of 10 miles an hour, so you're like slowly rising, and then you try to go back down, you're like, all right, now it's gonna take a while. Like,
Do you know how cool it would be if you're at the movie theater and before the movie starts, you rise up and people.
people would call you the second coming of Christ,
Yeah.
probably. But if I took off at 100 miles an hour, you think people are gonna be like, no, nice.
Nobody, you'll be Flash. Nobody's.
you would be
people would be
hired
like-
in Hollywood so fast.
like,
They would
what
save
is like,
so much
what?
money on
What?
special
They'll
effects.
say what?
I'd win the
You can run
Olympics
the
by a
Olympics, yeah.
landslide. By a
What would you
landslide.
rather?
Let you answer.
Fly.
Fly?
Running?
You'd rather run?
That
Yeah, he sold
image
me on
right now,
running.
Freddie in the theater just going,
You'd
ooh.
rather run?
Yeah, now you can win Olympics, do everything.
Come on,
They
man.
won't let
Be
you
very
run in the
fit.
Olympics if you that fast. You
You
know?
can't.
miles
You
an
can't.
hour.
They can't say
Walking
no to
places
you.
is now like a 1 minute walk.
Yeah.
You know, because you can run 50 miles an hour there.
They'll trump you.
But if you can run up to 100,
They won't catch me. I'm going 100 miles an hour.
True that.
He dodged the bullets
But
from
you
just.
can pretend to be just a little bit better, just like not go to your full
You think it's
limit.
closer if you fly than if you run?
I'd rather fly.
Isn't like the distance like shorter up at top?
Yeah, I'd rather fly.
Flying is definitely cooler.
I think I'd rather fly.
But practically,
think
for
so.
my life being better,
Like,
running.
Yeah, things to ponder. It's less
Yeah, but as a
distance,
bird,
right?
What'd you
bird,
do?
You can do a pigeon poo poo.
I think I'd rather fly. I could see
me
bird's
too.
eye view. I'd rather fly.
Running, you cover more grounds.
And then I think it's faster
Okay.
because you don't have streets and you can sort of just fly where you got to go.
So, Aiden, quick
Yeah,
question.
you could definitely cut across stuff.
What
for
if
sure,
you're
and like
running
over water.
fast, but you get stuck in traffic? There's a bunch of people trying to run in front of you, and there's like a traffic jam of people.
Thank
trying
God I
to
You go
run
in
so
between
much
the
faster
cars.
than them. I will
No,
bulldoze
like,
them over.
all of them have the same power as you.
Same power? Well, then my power sucks. Then I'll take the flying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone else can fly.
Okay, but if everybody could fly 10 miles an hour, then you would take the
What
run.
if you're just not original?
Okay, if every single person in the world has this power, like, even so, running. Because if everybody's flying around at 10 miles an hour everywhere you go, you're just like,
So what will your
All right,
pickup
bro.
line be? Hey, baby, I can run from here to Canada.
always have to go here.
Why
Why is this where the conversation leads to?
I can ride.
It's gonna be,
It's gonna be, hey, I won the Olympics.
I won the Olympics, I'm an Olympic gold medalist.
All right, here's the next one.
Not bad. Fastest man in human history.
All right, like, and this one's for you. Would you rather travel back in time and meet your ancestors or travel to the future and meet your descendants?
Future.
Meet your descendants?
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Descendants?
Would you rather meet your great great grandparents or your great great grandkids?
None. Stay where I'm at.
Like then I could see like where my life ended up.
Would you want to know?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, what?
Like, cause right
see
now,
that.
like, the person you're gonna marry is out there, but you have no clue, like. Who
That's
they
a
are.
great question. Like,
Is that
would
on
you
your
want to
mind?
know your
Yeah.
future if you could?
Yeah.
Like,
You think about that too?
I don't know.
What about you?
That's like that's a mirror. That's a episode of Black Mirror. It's like, would you do something if like would you look ahead in your life essentially
Yeah.
and like ruin it for yourself, even if it's good or bad or whatever,
Oh boy.
and like come back and live your life knowing what's gonna
He's
happen?
deep in thought. Do you think about who your wife is gonna be?
Sometimes.
You do?
Yeah.
I do too.
We all know you do.
You think about who your wife is gonna be?
Would you rather travel back in time and meet your ancestors or meet your descendants going forward?
I'll take the ancestors.
I think I'd take ancestors too.
I can learn a lot from that.
I would go back in time. Because I think going forward, if you see something you don't like and you come back to this lifetime,
And you could change it.
but I don't know.
Well, no,
you?
can you change
No,
it
but
though?
that's
not part of
Destiny,
your
you know.
plan.
It's
But
like
then, like, you could change how you think, and you could just.
But it's like the age-old question,
No,
like,
it's back to the
do you
future.
now set it in motion because you're trying to avoid it happening? All
Okay.
these things that you're doing to avoid it, does that now set it in
I got a
motion?
question.
Like-
None of
No,
these
go back
happen
to
with
back.
you
No,
avoiding.
go. No, this don't go ties them back to the Future. How if you change one little thing or one little thought, one little incident, one little thing could change
Changes.
the whole entire timeline
Changes
forever.
everything.
Thus, when you go, and this is my own theory, if you're going to get back again, that timeline will go back to what will be like gone, whatever, and you might be gone as well because you're part of that just sort of timeline.
That's an
why I
interesting
said,
question.
Forget about it. I'd rather just stay in present. That's a horrible
Grace,
question.
how about you? What would you rather do?
I would want to know the future.
The future?
Thank you.
Future scares me.
Everything scares you.
That's what I want to see.
Future.
It's
I
like
think the past would be less scary because I have an understanding of what it might be like. Whereas, like, you get to the future, I mean, we could be living underwater.
Do you
bro.
believe
like,
your past controls your future?
I think it.
Even
like,
if you're living underwater, then you'll know to like for these next 10 years to like have the
buy
best 10
scuba
years of
gear,
your life.
yeah, invest in scuba lessons.
Get a snorkel. I don't know. What did you ask me? Do I?
Past dictates. Makes you
I mean, to a certain extent, I guess. I try to learn from my mistakes, but I try not to dwell on the past.
Interesting.
don't dwell on anything.
All right, ready to wrap this up? More to come. Things to ponder on Would You Rather Wednesday. Join us for the midday show and today at 11 o'clock at Beach Gem Media. We're talking about resources and veterans. So more to come with community. You can check out Jennifer Corbin Carson on the Reinvented Life Network. And we will see you midday. Have a great morning, everyone.
And don't be late.
Thank you for listening to the Brooklyn Cafe Morning Show. My mug is empty, and you know what that means.
I think it means it's time for a coffee refill.
As we prepare for other shows here at the Amp Media Production Studios.
Tune in for more fun and laughs at 12 o'clock for our afternoon show.
And remember to like, follow, and subscribe on our page.
Have a great morning, everyone. Stay safe and be kind to each other.
And don't be late.